Hello, welcome to the New Moon in Scorpio 2019 reading with me. So we're doing an oracle reading for the new moon in Scorpio today. However, the energies oftentimes are in play around the new moon, and not only just within like a 3-day time frame, but oftentimes a week in either direction or even a fortnight. So I have with me today 6 decks to use. And I'm going to shuffle them while I talk to you a little bit about my updates like I usually do. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're either on YouTube and please go for it, or give a thumbs up or comment if you are motivated to do so. If you are not listening to this on YouTube, then there's a link that can be found to YouTube easily enough. Alright, so we have my trusted Zodiac deck. Well, not mine, I didn't create this, but the Zodiac deck that I always use. I've Goddess Guidance Oracle cards with us today for this new moon reading. Thank you to all of you who attended the Halloween event. That was a lot of fun, and I'm still doing Halloween readings through the month of October if you want to order one off the reading list or the menu, whatever it's called this time around. The November event, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today. So the November event is actually going to be a 2-part thing, and it's going to pick up sometime after the holidays, after the 1st of January. And I'd really like your feedback on when you would like to see that happen. So there's going to be a poll or a vote within that for whether you want part 2 to be in the late part of January or sometime in March. There will be prizes. I'm already seeing what I think is going to be an upgrade to the Halloween prize list this year. Just brainstorming out a little bit on the prizes. I have a new-ish deck to me here with us today for the Scorpio new moon reading. It is called the Power of Love Activation cards. And I'm not sure how to pronounce this man's last name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. I also have your Sacred Wealth Code Oracle cards, and I'm going to pull one of these in an interesting sort of way, I think, to use the deck in this reading. This deck that I'm holding right now, your Sacred Wealth Code cards, that's going to be a part of the November and then first part of 2020 event that I'm talking about, as well as the Law of Attraction cards and the Angels of Abundance cards and some other decks as well. So that should be a lot of fun, and I'd love to see you there. There's more details about that coming soon. I have the Oracles of the Mermaids deck out. Scorpio is a water sign, and they wanted to come out for this reading. We're going to use some of these as well. Really beautiful deck. If you have not seen the deck yet, I'll just show you what's on the bottom there. And that means seashell divination. That card right there represented seashell divination. Scorpio New Moon General Reading 2019. So the November event is going to be largely focused around gratitude. I have a reputation or tradition going of holding a event or a mini event weekend type special thing in November with gratitude readings and American Thanksgiving style readings. So that element is definitely going to be there heavily. We'll have options for that. I'm just expanding that a little bit to include other vibrations, and we might not really get into that until 2020. I'm not sure how that's going to go yet, because I'm adding in the money element too, the finance element, and I do want to, I don't know, it's unorganized, and I'm taking a bit of a recovery period after wrapping up the Halloween event official, although you can still order readings if you're interested, like I mentioned. Okay, so there'll be games and points and prizes, like I mentioned. There'll be free readings. And there will be sort of flow and continuity into, is that the way to say it? I'm not sure if that's the way to say it. There'll be a flow and a progression into the Christmas event as well. You'll see that approaching a little bit. Okay, so I'm shuffling now the last deck, which is the Secret Language of Color cards. Wonderful deck. Okay. I'm really excited to do your elemental readings for November. I'm waiting on my Law of Attraction deck to arrive and to get a little one-on-one time with that deck before I do them. But I'm very excited about them, and I'm actually going to pull out the Yuletide deck, I decided. So, surprise balloon pop. That will be seen in your November readings just a little bit, one card per week. We're going to do a weekly look for the approximate weeks in November, and also some theme cards for your element. So, for example, water signs would be Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. If you're a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, Rising sign, then your element would be water. So that can be seen in my public Facebook group, and the link for that is attached if you're watching this from YouTube. All right, so let's see, where do we want to jump in? We want to jump in with the zodiac cards. We usually do, and then I feel a strong connection to these goddess cards. So let's see what we have. Oop, air on the bottom of the deck, yes. Okay, we have Taurus, the second house, showing up with Uranus reverse. This is actually happening in the heavens, in the skies, in astrology right now. We have Uranus in Taurus. And here we have Venus, the ruling planet of Taurus, showing up reversed. So Venus is about values and our personal values, our concept of beauty and love and abundance. So showing up reversed, it indicates blockages or imbalances. But we have Taurus, the second house here, and that showed up right side up, or if it didn't, it's right side up now. And that means that it's working in our favor. It's kind of giving us a boost. Color cards. Okay, gold, attract abundance. Brown, establish boundaries. And aqua, experience peace and calm. Sulius, I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to be pronounced or not. But this is bodies of water. And it's not surprising to me, and it's pretty wonderful to get these energies coming up with a Scorpio new moon. Scorpio's a water sign. And beside it, you have divine passion. Scorpio is a very passionate water sign. So we also have grounding energies here. We have Scorpio's opposite, actually. Taurus is opposite Scorpio on the wheel. We have that showing up. We have brown, established boundaries. And we have quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So the earthing element is important here. It's important, it's soothing, it's therapeutic. There's definitely also the potential for surprises, I think, coming through. So there's a message here of being open to surprises, good surprises coming in, actually. Okay, let me get these cards back here out of the way. Lemuria returns, earthy spirituality, community, and ocean conservation. Arose from the mermaid deck. So I feel like Taurus and Scorpio are combining in some sort of dance. The second house and the eighth house are combining in some sort of dance. And the story that they're telling behind this dance is that this is a fantastic time where you can take very practical, very grounding, earthy action steps to actually physically connect with the element of water. You can show care and love and connect with the water through participating in some sort of ocean conservation work project on your own or with others. Cleaning up trash around water, perhaps, or there's there's vast ways that you could do that. It also talks about community, okay, and the ocean, is very large. There's more water on the planet than Earth, it says. So if you're focusing in on the element of water, or you're actually focusing in on the part of the planet that is largest. So there's an element of expansion here too. I'm not sure what Jupiter's doing as far as when it's changing signs. We have detachment showing up from the love activation deck. And it reads, you are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Yeah, I almost got out the White Eagle Medicine Wheel deck for this reading. And what allowed me to be held back from doing that is because I intend to use them in the November readings for each element. But there's definitely an element here of that scorpionic metamorphosis that you see demonstrated throughout nature with moths and butterflies and cocoons, with snakes shedding their skin. There's transformation going on. And I think there's a very beautiful message from Spirit coming up with this card, reminding us that it's safe to detach, and it's often helpful and beneficial to detach a little bit from situations in order to get a more clear perspective. Okay, where did that card go? So it goes hand in hand with this card that really, I tend to call it my meditation card. Really reminds me of meditation. Here we have her aura, a nice healthy aura that's expanding and getting healthier. That's what I see in the card anyhow. And it's through taking some quiet time alone to rest, to meditate, and to contemplate. So there's this integration going on. The card, again, reads, I'm going to grab a couple more of these, but it says, detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So there's sort of even a Virgonian element here, where it's Scorpio, it's Virgonian, where it's like you're sort of digesting some things and you're deciding what's no longer serving you and you're getting rid of it. The organizer card showed up from your sacred wealth code. It says everything has its rightful place. Patient, practical, truthful, committed, steadfast, orderly, reliable, considerate, consistent, disciplined, systematic, instinctual, careful, detailed, discerning, rational. And there's really a lot of water on this card, you can see. So for some, I think this is a time where organization is kind of being featured as a theme for you. You're getting organized, perhaps prepared for holidays, kind of tying up loose ends, wrapping up 2019 even. But on a spiritual level, a personal level, a practical level, and you have that backing of the heavens, of the astrology is really supporting it and maybe even nudging it along or pushing it along. Satisfaction and spontaneity. Satisfaction. You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. The other thing about Scorpio is it's ruled by Pluto and Mars, and it's the sign of power. And I feel you're gaining satisfaction, you're making your own satisfaction, you're working in harmony with the universal energies, and your satisfaction vibration is increasing in your life. There's we have water. Okay. So this card says, spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. I thought about getting the crystal card deck out for this reading, and I decided not to because I already had a lot of cards. And because we're dealing with the element of water with Scorpio new moon, and water is so mutable. It's not that crystals aren't programmable or aren't magnificent, because they are. They definitely are. They're magnificent. But they're mostly connected into the element of earth. And Scorpio is water. Water is very programmable and can be very cleansing and healing and really help you even with like past life stuff, as well as transformation, metamorphosis processes. Spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. So here we have that rebirth associated with the sign of Scorpio occurring, and we also have beyond the constraints of the mind and freely lovingly embrace new situations. Yeah, so new beginnings. But we also have that empowerment thing. You're taking that step forward that you need to take. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Liberation keeps like coming into my head too with that. So gold is one of the color cards. And you can use that color vibration to help raise yourself to the energy of magnetism to abundance. I'm going to do a little clarification of Taurus reversed here, and then wrap up your reading. Okay. Friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. So the first thing I'm picking up off the energy of this card and holding the pile of cards is that some of you have resources and connections at your disposal that you're able to utilize that you have not been. And that's some of that might be opening up, and realizations may be occurring about that. Purpose, you possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Undying love, the love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. There's great empowerment occurring through the heart and through the heart chakra. For some of you, you may have blockages connected into the planet Mars, connected into your energy, your chi, your passion. But I really see like a healing occurring with this second house Taurus energy. This energy of I have. That's Taurus's key phrase, I have. And it's occurring in greater understanding about yourself and situations, what needs to be known, higher purpose, as well as abundance coming in. That's all happening. And we have the element of air showing up alongside that Jupiter card. So I feel like this is happening through shifts that you're making within your own mind, mental shifts that you're making. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this reading. It was useful and beneficial for you. I hope you have a wonderful Scorpio new moon. And if you would like any information about readings that I mentioned, offers that I mentioned, and you're not seeing the answers that you seek, please message me, comment, let me know. Hope to see you in the November event. Take care. Be well.